Welcome to the Conversation in Colons podcast. I'm your host, Damien, my co host, Jared.
Howdy.
Jared, why don't you take us into the brewskis of the week?
I this week I'm not running a brewski. I'm
Pulling
not gonna go too
at
in
me.
depth to it, but I had something to eat today that does not agree with my stomach, and I don't want to make it worse. So I am running some water.
What'd you eat?
Again, I don't want to go into detail.
Let's just get into the details. What'd you eat?
Please don't make me do this.
Please do it.
Okay. So yesterday I had 5 brats for dinner,
Jesus
which
Christ,
is
Jared.
yeah.
That is a lot of salt and sodium.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, technically, these were so. Have you ever had like the specialty flavored ones where it's like
Cheese
feta
in the middle?
cheese, tomato basil, the
Yeah.
chicken apple, like those? So we had those. So the chicken apple ones I love. So I had 3 of those, and I had 2 of the tomato basil. I had 5 brats yesterday. Plus, I had macaroni salad, and then I ended up having a couple Oreos for dessert, like 5 hours after that. Whatever. I had a lot in me. Okay. So then
Yeah.
today I got up and went to go to work, and I forgot to like have my breakfast. I've been doing the meal replacements. Just forgot. Just didn't. I was just like, oh, I need to get my lunch, whatever. So as I'm like getting my shit together, like I get my water, I fucking fill this shit with ice and water every day. And I'm doing that. My mom's talking to me, and she's talking to me, so I forgot to fucking get my lunch, which I pack every night. It's still sitting up in the fucking fridge. I haven't even touched it. Forgot it. Okay. So I left for work, and I'm like, I don't know, 10 minutes out, and I'm like, well, I can't go back, like when I remember. And I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna have to buy something today. Spend money. Great. So I get in and I don't know what to fucking get. So I DoorDash some Chinese food. And I get the same thing I get every time, which is just some lo mein and some orange chicken. Nothing much. I actually got a large today instead of like the normal smalls I do. And so there's a fuck ton of it. And I'm like, I don't feel like taking this home. I don't want to waste it. So I ate all of it. And I felt fine because I hadn't eaten breakfast. I was like, whatever, it's my lunch. It was great. Well, the issue with that is my mom, was helping with the PTO fundraiser today. So for dinner, we're having Dairy Queen, which isn't bad. Dairy Queen's fine. But it's like, hey, whatever you want, let me know. I'll get it. So I was like, oh, I love the third pounders they have. So I was like, just give me 3 of those bad boys, and that's all I need. That'll hold me
3
over. Dude, they're small burgers. It's Dairy
third
Queen.
pounders?
These The burgers are like this big, and they're like this this tall roughly. I mean, they're not like a Big Mac is a lot bigger, a lot worse for you.
Oh, I don't eat
So I was like,
Dairy
yeah,
Queen,
just give me
so.
3 of those. Yeah, I mean, I like them, but not the way that they made them. I had 3 of those bad boys, and I it wasn't the right burger. So the third pounders is a single patty, like it's a somewhat thick patty, and then I get like tomato, lettuce, a bunch of other shit on it. And this was the incorrect thing. It was labeled as a third pounder, but they gave me 2 patties, so it was just a bigger fucking burger. But I was like, I'm eating all 3. I'm hungry, so I ate all 3 of them. Uh, and then I had like a lot less water to drink today than I normally do because I didn't refill this and all that shit like I normally do. So I just ate a lot in the past 24 hours and have not drank enough water at all. And it hurts. Like every time I burp, it feels like I'm having some fucking yeah, whatever that's called, acid reflux, and it just doesn't feel great. And I didn't want to make it worse by having some alcohol tonight because like the last thing I need is to wake up in the middle of the night and just fucking throw up. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with some water. So that's my story. That's why I'm not drinking a brewski. And that's also why I haven't had anything. Like I've been sitting here for hours, and I mean, you only just got on recently, but that's why I haven't like snacked. I haven't had a meal replacement, even though I'm kind of hungry. I'm just like just water until tomorrow. I don't feel like fucking myself up more.
You ate so much unhealthy shit in a matter of 24 hours.
That's the thing, man. Like it's weird because if I go back like the past week, like I haven't had a lot. We had the worst other only other bad thing we had recently was pizza, and that was last Thursday. So that was a week ago. Between then and now, I've had meat and cheese sandwiches with lettuce, like homemade, like I just fucking threw them together for lunch. We've had the meal replacements for breakfast and for dinner the past or not the past, but for 3 of the nights because my mom just did leftovers. And then one of them I had like there was the one that I had leftover pizza and a salad. So I mean like that's it. Like I haven't had a ton of like bad shit and then it just hit me and tonight I feel it.
Dude, the
So
past 3 weeks, I'm starving myself. Not literally, but like I normally only eat once a day, like for a big meal. So I'll eat like dinner and like throughout the night I'll snack, which is what was hurting me. For the past like 3 weeks, every night for dinner, I've literally had either a chicken or a roast beef sandwich and salad. And then
mhm,
like if I get hungry throughout the night, I drink a meal replacement. I'm good to go. Like I'm fine for like 16 hours. I don't eat dinner till like 7 o'clock. So basically, from like 3 a.m. to like 7 p.m. next day, I don't eat at all.
yeah.
And so hearing you get
I
to
feel it.
sit there and enjoy yourself while I'm sitting here having to fucking eat a salad
Hey,
every day.
I've been cutting a lot out. I've cut out Mountain Dew entirely. Well, I had until my mom bought the new fucking mystery flavor for Halloween. So I had a couple of those, but I'm back to not drinking anymore. I've been having water and Powerade. The only reason I've been keeping the Powerade on there is because I'd like to have just like tea, but they don't make it right now because of COVID. So water, Powerade. I have no more snacks. I have a drawer next to me and a little thing over here where I used to like keep some extra snacks for like if we're watching movies and stuff. I mean, it wasn't it would be like we go buy snacks and it would last me 2 months. Like we just get like some chips and stuff. It was always for like watching movies. I had all that and it's gone. There's nothing. The only thing I have now is I've got a bag of like bulk candy that I bought on Amazon that sits in a little bowl on our table. And so that's all it's in here. Oh wait. Oh, I lied. There's some honey roasted sesame sticks. These are really fun snacks. They're really they're actually low calorie. They're
Yeah,
not bad for you.
yeah,
I just don't eat them.
yeah. I've
That's
cut.
it. No snacks, like no pop. It's in only my meals. I've been doing the meal replacement thing. I mean, not as long as you, obviously, but ever since I've gotten it, I've loved it. So I've been doing that.
Yeah, I'm down to one Coke a day. I'm cool with that. I'll eventually cut it out entirely. It's just I'm still trying to get ready
Break
for
the
that.
addiction.
Oh, it's bad. Whenever I don't drink, like if I go a day without drinking Coke, I swear to God I'm a drug addict because like I wake up the next day, my fucking eyes feel weird. I'm like drowsy as fuck. I get pissed.
Yeah,
Because of that
yeah. I
caffeine.
gotta say, I'm thankful that I've never been that way with pop. Like I can drink it and drink it. If I just stop, like when I did it last year and stopped, it like I felt it maybe a couple days.
Yeah,
Fine. I like the feeling of like having something to drink. So
yeah,
I'm fine. I don't know. I thank God I'm not like that. No offense to you, man.
yeah. I will say like you know I don't like eating healthy because the shit doesn't taste as good as unhealthy stuff, which is the problem. But I've
Oh yeah.
never felt better in my life.
Yeah.
I was not to be gross, but I was shitting more. I was getting all out of my system.
Dude, I've been doing that too. That's so weird.
Yeah, it's because the control drinks have fiber in them, so it gets you going.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
it's
if you guys don't know what we're talking about, I don't have my shaker near me, but so I'll show off my drink real quick before we get into the story. I'm drinking Smirnoff Ice. That's the same
oh
thing.
yeah, the brewskis. Here,
So
I'll show this because that's all I've got.
yes, so last year, well, the company's actually been around for probably a year and a half, 2 years. This isn't a sponsored thing. This is just I really recommend them. It's helped me a lot to lose. God, I'm at like 22 pounds in 2 months. Um, so basically, it's a meal replacement. You drink it for breakfast, lunch, dinner. They also recommend it as a snack so that you're not eating stuff that's high in calories or high in processed fat, like hot Cheetos, which I was eating. Whatever snacks, Oreos. Um, and they have a bunch of different flavors. But the main thing that they started out with when I found them was they were doing meal replacements that tasted like the milk after you ate cereal, which was like my big thing. It tasted great. Um, and then a lot of the pros that I watch in Call of Duty actually like help fund this company. So Scump, Sensor, well, he's not really a pro anymore, but and a lot of Twitch streamers are involved with this company, are like their sponsors. So actually, I got the Scump Shake, which I'll show probably next week. They're really good. I've had um, the Fruity Pebbles one, which isn't too bad. The cinnamon toast crunch one's by far my favorite. And then I had the Cocoa Pebbles one, or Coke. No, it's just Cocoa something. Cocoa Crunch is what it's called. So it's like Cocoa
Mm,
Pebbles. or not Cocoa Pebbles, Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. What's that? Cocoa Puffs. That's what I'm thinking of. It's
Yeah,
like that. Um, that one's my second favorite. They have like a birthday cake one now that sounds amazing. They have cookies and cream. They have an Apple Jacks
I've
one.
tried that one. The
Yeah,
apple I can't wait to get the Apple Jacks
yeah.
one. The cookies and cream isn't bad. I don't know how much sugar and stuff is in it, but the cookies and
So
cream one tastes
no processed sugars in it.
none.
No processed sugar at all.
Yeah. So that's the weird thing is like there isn't, but the cookies and cream one tasted super sweet and it made me like not feel good after eating it.
Yeah,
Or drinking, I should say. I don't know if it was just the way it mixed with the milk, but the chewy bits that are in it, 'cause like there it has little bits of it in it. I don't know if you'd said that or not. The cookies and cream one, it tasted great, but like after I was about halfway through, I'm like, I don't want to finish this. Fruity Pebbles one I've had, or the fruity one, whatever, that tastes amazing to me, but I don't like the stuff inside of it
the chunks.
isn't
Yeah,
great.
that's my
The
problem.
chunks, yeah,
That's my problem.
which is weird because I don't have a problem when I eat this actual cereal, so I don't know, that's the word, but, like, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch one or the Cinnamon Crunch, whatever it's
Yeah,
called, Cinnamon Toast or Toast Crunch or whatever the fuck it's called,
it's easily the best one.
that's fucking great.
It's easily the
That
best
one
one.
I've had no problem with so far.
I bet that Apple
I'm
Jacks
gonna
one's
try them all.
amazing too. Which I'm gonna grab that one too. You can so you
Yeah.
can buy uh and once again, this isn't sponsor or anything, it's just us sharing what we like and that's helping us lose weight. So if you're looking to lose weight, this is good stuff to drink. Um the you can buy testing kits or samplers with a bunch
Yeah,
of
they're
them.
called samples.
You can't get any of them for the birthday cake one yet. They'll bring it back in stock. Um which
Yeah,
actually
you can.
it's back in stock right now.
Yep.
So anyways, you can buy the big bags, which are $52, 52.99, and it's about 21 servings. Now it's more than that. So when I drink one, I do 16 ounces of milk and then 2 scoops of the powder. And I've had my chocolate one and my Fruity Pebbles one, which I was, basically drinking alternating days for 6 months now. And
Wait, how many scoops did you say?
I do 2 scoops. Yeah, 2 scoops of
In
everything.
Oh, I thought I heard you say 3 scoops.
No, 2 scoops.
And how
Six
much you do milk or water?
milk,
Which one
16
you do?
ounces of milk.
Oh, you do a full 16?
Full 16 ounces.
I do it about 14 and I do the 2 scoops. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Continue. I'm sorry.
So uh yeah, I mean they have all their so basically it's high in fiber, it's high in protein, it gives you all the vitamins you need throughout the day. I know people are probably so bored of this, but it's just interesting to me. Um go look at it. Their websites like drinkcontrol.com. Just give it a shot, get a sample kit. I'm telling you, it's really good. And I'm very particular. Like when I was weightlifting back in high school and doing all that shit, I was very particular about how my protein tasted. And because I hate that powder taste that most of them give you. And this doesn't taste like that. It's very good. So it's worth getting. Um, try the Cinnamon Toast Crunch one first. That one's by far the best one.
There's no samples for it right now, but you should still let me see. The samples they've got available are the Fruity Flakes, the cookies and cream, and the birthday cake.
I'm gonna order the birthday cake one after I fucking
I I'm ordering right now as we're doing this. I literally already have it in my cart.
yeah, I'm ordering it right
I'll
now.
be honest with you. The bags, they have all the bags. I'm like, I know it's $52, but I really just want to get the Apple Smacks
I know.
because I feel like it's a worthwhile gamble. I mean, I've always loved Apple Jacks. Like, what are the chances that's not great, right? Like,
Yeah.
I took your advice. The cinnamon toast one's been awesome. I want to just take the risk, but if it's not good, I'm gonna hate myself.
Well, so that's my issue with the Fruity Pebbles one. Like,
Mhm.
I spent $53 on that, and I don't drink it.
Hey, send it out to me. I'll drink it.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to. Um, but yeah. So
The
if you,
Cocoa Crunch looks really good too, but I need to have a sample of it first because I'm worried it's gonna be too chocolatey.
it's not. I'm telling you, I hate chocolate. You know me. I don't even like chocolate ice cream, and
That's
I
right.
like that
You're
shit.
real. You like chocolate milk though, don't you?
Oh, chocolate milk's bomb. But I
Yeah.
also
See,
do
that's the
like
thing.
I'll put like 75% chocolate milk and then finish the rest off with white milk. That's how I do it.
Interesting.
So I get that mix. Um,
It's interesting that we got into this to start. Like, I love how we plan out the podcast and then just like go off the rails and do whatever the fuck. I find this so fucking amusing because like we have our topics. Obviously, we're the gaming, movies and music podcast. Those are our main topics. Well, we have to hit at least one of those things every podcast, but we still go off and just talk about what we want to talk about. And that's my favorite thing about doing this podcast every week is just like bullshitting. Even though it's not necessarily on the topics we say we talk about, it's just being bros talking about bro stuff. Like the gun ones and the other hobby stuff we've done. It's been great. And this is so funny to me. Like, all right, we're gonna do brewskis. We're gonna get right into what we're gonna talk about after this. And it's like we're going right into it. And it's like, oh no, we're already 20 minutes into recording. We haven't even fucking hinted at what the fuck we're talking about today.
yeah. Meanwhile, I'm buying fucking powder. It tastes like birthday cake right
Right?
now.
We're
Like,
fucking buying we're spending money right now off live on the podcast. Oh Jesus
yeah, I'll
Christ,
have
which I
mine 3 days.
shouldn't be
That's what I'm
doing.
gonna say.
What?
I'll have mine 3 days. That's what it
You
says.
bastard.
Yeah. So
Oh,
try it
what
out.
are you?
All I gotta say about that. Let's actually get into the podcast. Um,
Absolutely.
we'll start off with the big ones. Also, go Browns. I'm gonna start wearing brown stuff every week while it's football season.
Who is that, an old jersey or a new one?
No, it's new. It's Denzel Ward.
Oh, okay.
Um, so Battlefield 2042, which we saw was coming, because they announced the beta. They never gave a beta date, and then there's rumors that the beta was going to happen next week, but we still didn't hear anything. So it was getting to the point where it's like, okay, I guess it's going to be delayed. It was delayed from October 22nd to November 19th, so almost a month delay. And what's weird is Battlefield had the advantage of releasing before Call of Duty. Now it's releasing a few days after Call of Duty, which is just weird. I don't know why they
That
did
is
that.
weird.
Because and whether or not Call of Duty is good, people are gonna be playing that nonstop for a week or two, and I feel like people are just gonna forget about Battlefield. Also, what sucks for Battlefield is Warzone has its big update the day it releases, where they get anti-cheat, they get the new map. So many Twitch streamers are gonna be doing that over playing any of the Battlefield modes. So this is gonna sound weird what I'm about to say, but for the betterment of Battlefield, I think they should delay it longer. Even if the game's done, delay it till January. Or even December. Delay it to like December 16th. Dying Light's out of there. You have Halo, but Halo's not even in your competition market.
Yeah.
Give people a month to play COD, realize if it's bad or good or not, and then they can move to your game. So that's weird, but the beta will come out in October. That's when it's happening. Remember, you have to pre-order that game to get beta access. So yeah, get on it. Also, I know we talked about it, but just to make sure people understand, on the Xbox One and PS4 version of Battlefield, you can't play with PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X players because you can't handle them. And so, like on PS4 and Xbox One, it's 32v32 in every match, but on PS5, Xbox, PC, it's 64 versus 64. So you can't play with those guys. So if you have your friends who are on new gen systems, you can't play with them. So just remember that when you're thinking about getting Battlefield.
Yep.
Going on to another delay, we have Dying Light 2 getting its third or fourth delay. It is has been delayed from December to February 22nd. So 2 months, 2.5 months. Last time they delayed the game was December of last year. It was supposed to come out in March or April. They delayed it till fall of this year, and then here we are again, 2-3 months away from release, and they delay it 2 more months.
As long as it ends up being a good game, I don't mind delays.
Right, but it's got to be a good game.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, I wonder what's keeping them from releasing the game. Like if it's just working out the bugs, they're not finished with a lot of stuff. So we'll see. We'll probably get another trailer here soon to keep the hype up.
Yeah.
The PlayStation 5 update came out that everyone's been waiting for. You can now add an SSD internally to your system. Well, it already has an SSD, but you can add another SSD for more storage space. I'll link down the one I bought and the cooler I bought with it that fits into the PS5 and everything. I'll also
But you're
link.
actually putting that in your PS5?
Yeah, it's really easy.
Oh.
Um, I'll link down the video of how to take apart your PS5 and put the SSD in. You are literally removing one screw, and then you're done. So it's super simple, super easy. It'll take you 2 minutes maybe. I'll link that video down there. I'll link down the one I bought. I'll try to link down some other ones that come with coolers, some that don't but are compatible. So if you're looking for one, go down there. SSDs will sell it faster now because people are going to be buying them. So just remember that. But yeah, they added a bunch of more stuff that goes on with the home and how you can change different stuff with when you hit the PS button. The main thing, you can put another SSD in your system, have more storage space. Because the PS5, when you buy it, turn it on, it has like 667 gigabytes. Not even a full SSD. I mean, now there's the Xbox, to be fair. But now you can put a 2 terabyte in there. You don't have to worry about your games. Like taking up space. PS4 games go on there, whatever. So I'll let you guys know. Maybe I'll record me doing it and putting the SSD in. I'll put it in the podcast next week. If
maybe you could upload it to the TikTok.
TikTok's not coming yet. Not episode 100, which we'll get closer to. We'll talk about it later. Yeah, so I'll probably if I want to or if I remember to do it, I'll record the video of me taking apart the PS5 and doing it. You literally remove the one shell. There's a screw right there. You pull it out, the whole drive's right there. So yeah. Moving on, the game that we kept seeing trailers for, Deathloop, at every single convention. The game finally came out, and to my shock, the game's actually apparently really good. IGN gave it a 10 out of 10, calling it a masterpiece. Games Radar called it a masterpiece, giving it a 5 out of 5. GameSpot gave it a 10 out of 10. I don't believe it. Like, and I know it's Arcane who made Dishonored and Dishonored 2, but still, man, like that. I watched the Rad Brad play like 1 or 2 episodes, and the game just doesn't look. It's not for me. So I guess like I don't understand why it's getting a 10 out of 10. But man, I saw those reviews and I watched IGN's review and I was absolutely dumbfounded that it got that high of a score.
Yeah. Yeah, I fucking today while I was at work, we are a little bit slow, and I was watching some videos and stuff for fantasy football, and it plays between they're fucking 40-second videos sometimes, and it plays a full 30-second ad between each fucking video. And so it plays a bunch of bullshit, but one of them, like at random, was the Looper game in an ad, and I'm standing there, like I have an AirPod in, so I can like pay attention to what I'm doing, and the phone is real down low, so I'm like looking around doing whatever, and all of a sudden I hear this, and I was gonna look down at it. I'm like, huh, that's weird. We just fucking talked about that last week, and it's like here. I never would have looked it up or anything.
Yeah,
but it caught me off guard. I mean, it's weird because that trailer looked better than what I like what I saw in the reveal, the PS5 reveal thing, or whatever fucking PlayStation reveal, whatever the fuck it was called.
the showcase. Yeah,
The showcase, the event, the blah blah blah. They're stupid. It looked interesting. I was like, huh. I'm not. I have no interest in that game. It looks good, like I said before, but I don't really care
yeah.
for it.
Yeah. So that game came out. If you want to go play it. It's $70. It's a PlayStation exclusive, but it is on PC as well. From what I was reading, it's going to be on Xbox sometime this next year. So it's only a timed exclusive, which is great. You know, it's whatever going on all consoles. But yeah, moving on. God of War Ragnarok, which we talked about last week. I think we talked about in the podcast that they announced that it was going to be the last God of War in the Norse mythology. When they expanded on that week or this week, Cory Barlog came out and said that he doesn't want people to wait 15 years for a trilogy. That's the reason why they're getting out of the Norse mythology, because he said it takes about 3 to 5 years to make the game. So once this one comes out, you're gonna have to wait 3 to 5 years to get that ending that people been wanting. He doesn't want that to happen to people. He'd rather just make both. The way he put it is he'd rather make one game that has a definitive ending than make people wait for that third game. That's not what he wants to do. Which I appreciate it because I want to see the ending of like this story that they're going with. Whether that means Kratos dies, which I don't think will happen, but we'll see. If you don't know the ending of the original God of War, the big reveal is that Loki is his son. Like that Atreus is Loki. So spoiler alert. Yeah, we'll see. Jared, are you gonna watch? Because I know it depends, like the games you watch and stuff on YouTube. If you're interested, is that gonna be a game you're gonna watch on YouTube? Did you watch the first one?
Uh, I did watch the first one. It's gonna be weird because I didn't watch anything on the game until it had been out for a while, and I technically didn't even watch like a full thing. I only watched like cutscenes, but it wasn't even like all of them. It was only certain cutscenes. So I watched like a 35-minute video of like major plot point cutscenes. Um, so I know a little bit about the first game. That being said, before I watched that, I did watch a video of all the cutscenes for the first three God of Wars, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so it was like literally like the trailers for the first game ever, and then I watched every fucking thing, like cinematic or in game. I don't remember what it was, all the way up through God of War 3, the end of that game, and it was like 4 hours, 3 hours. I don't know. I spottily watched it throughout a day one day. So I know the story of like all the background, and all that stuff. But yeah, the fourth one I saw like bits and parts. So if I watch this next one, uh, if it's a full playthrough or even if it's just cutscenes just to get the story, I'm gonna watch the first one over just to
yeah.
get all the information. Um, because there were definitely cutscenes towards the end of that game where I'm like, what the fuck does this mean? Like there was one where it was this serpent, what's
Yeah,
the
the
fucking
giant.
name of him?
Yeah,
And
world
it
eater.
was like, yeah, the world eater, and it was like him alive, and then all of a sudden, like a couple cutscenes later, it's not alive, and I'm like, what the fuck? So
Oh
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna rewatch that if I watch the next one, but I want to because it looks fucking great, and I've been seeing memes about it and stuff lately, which I know memes aren't whatever, but
yeah.
when I see a meme about a game, usually that makes me go, I want to see more about the game. So we'll see.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, this game has a big, like, a big shoe to fit in because the first game was so good. Like, I tried putting this in my head. Me and you both played Red Dead 2. Okay,
Yes.
that game is like when I think about like the games of the generation, that's like number two, number three, and then
That's
God of
fair.
War is either tied with it or better than it by a little. But it's crazy to me that a Rockstar game didn't win Game of the Year with that kind of story. But when
Yeah.
and I don't remember if we were doing the podcast at that. No, we were. I think we were doing the podcast at that point. When we
Yeah, we
reacted
were.
to it, I was like, "This is some bullshit." That's because I didn't play God of War at that time. When I played God of War, I fucking realized real fast why that game won Game of the Year.
Yeah.
And that game has one of the best boss battles I've ever done with the giant fucking dragon. And I remember sitting there playing. I'm like, "This is just so fucking dope." Um, it's worth playing still nowadays. I still recommend it to people. That The Witcher, like if someone comes in, they're like, "Hey, I need a PlayStation game to play." Like it's Spider-Man and God of War. That's all I recommend. And then whenever someone comes, you know how many people I've recommended The Witcher and they come back and they're like, "Thanks, man. Like that game was actually really good."
Yeah.
I had a woman who was streaming it come in and like say like, "Hey, like that game's actually really good. Thanks." I had a guy who like I thought would never come back in, and he came back in like 9 months later. He's like, "I want you to know, I beat that game. It was really good." And I was sitting there like, "Yeah, I fucking know it was really good." Which hey, we're like 60 days away from The Witcher season 2 on Netflix, so
Oh, dude, can't wait. That's gonna be one I know my girlfriend's excited for, so we'll be watching that.
I'll be watching that immediately. I binged the first season in like 2 days. I don't save Netflix shows for myself.
Didn't they? Because they released them all at once, right? They
Yeah.
didn't drip feed us? Yeah, that's the one thing I really liked about that is being able to
Unlike
watch it.
Disney,
Unlike Mandalorian. Yeah, fuck Disney. Fucking
it's
I almost said a
because
lot
they
of
want you
bad
to
things.
subscribe for longer because
I know, they're fucking bad people. I
yeah, it's so
regret
bad.
subscribing, but they have great shows and I can't help
I
it.
can't stop subscribing to them.
Well, we
Like,
have to talk about them on the podcast
well,
sometimes, like
like Disney Plus is one of those things where like whenever I see the charge, I don't even like think anything about it. It's like, oh yeah, that's just a charge that happens. Like it's just a
Yep.
part of my life now, where like it's never gonna stop. HBO Max is kind of like that because I'm watching Friends so often. But yeah, it sucks to pay $15 a month for HBO Max, but like I need HBO Max in my life.
$15 for HBO Max is better than whatever the fuck they're charging for the package on Disney. By
Isn't
the
it
way,
like twenty
I
dollars now? Like for
no, it's
Hulu,
not that
Disney
high.
Plus.
So they had the Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN. When they released it, it was like either 11 or 12.99. Like it was pretty decent, and I paid for it. Well, since they released, like when it launched, like when you remember when Disney Plus launched, we were like
Two
set it,
years
you could
ago, yeah.
pre-subscribe. Yeah. Since then, it went up twice from I believe it was 12.99. It started at $13. It went up to 14, and then it went to 15, and they were planning on jumping it up to 16. So that being said, the ESPN Plus thing was ass. And like you don't
Right.
get much with it. The only thing that I would ever use it for was the fantasy stuff. But like even then, like you have to like log in every time. It's stupid fucking bullshit. So I didn't use that ever. I don't think I used it like once. And then Hulu, while my parents, like, they were all logged in under my account, they claim to use it all the time. Like, there's nothing on there that's worth a fucking watch. Like,
I have
the
beef
only
with
thing I ever
Hulu.
used Hulu fucking sucks. I had Hulu for one reason. That was to watch Rick and Morty. You
Yeah.
have to like add TV
Yeah.
services or pay for premium.
Yeah.
And like if I don't want to go through all the hassle of like getting my TV subscriber or even like doing any of that shit, like I'm fucked. I either pay $90 a month for a fucking TV subscription or I pay like 20 something or more for the plus, but I'm already paying for it through Disney. So yeah, fuck Hulu. I've never liked Hulu. That was that was a huge reason I wanted to downgrade. And every time I talked about downgrading for like 3 or 4 months before I did, and every time I said it, my dad was like, "Don't. We use Hulu all the time. Hulu's great." He's like, "I didn't stop paying for Netflix. There's nothing on Netflix." I'm like, "Netflix is 100 times better than Hulu."
Oh, for
I'm like,
sure.
"Just because there's 10." Oh, like it's not even funny. Like I don't use Netflix as often as I used to because I've got Disney Plus and also like we do a bunch of shit on our computers now. But like Netflix is still better than Hulu
Oh
for
yeah.
so many
By
reasons.
far.
But at the end of it, I'm like, I use Disney Plus a lot. I mean, like my girlfriend and I, we watch all the time. I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna keep paying for Disney Plus, but I'm done paying for everything else. So I dropped it down to the 8.99 or 7.99 that it is for just Disney Plus, and it's a much better deal. I mean, don't get me wrong, I
Disney.
dislike Disney, and I would like to not pay them to watch shit, especially when you pay for their subscription service, which they already drip feed you all these shows. But when they release a new movie, it doesn't just go to the service. No, no, no. You have to pay like $40 for a one-time view before
$20.
that. Yeah, fuck off. Before it expires, and then you have to pay for it again if you want to view it if they ever release it for whatever. And that being said, compared to HBO, where it was HBO that released Snyder Cut day one, right? Yeah, when a movie comes out the fucking minute it comes out on HBO, you just get it. It's there. You pay for the
Yeah.
subscription. Of course you get it. That is why HBO is awesome. That's why I'm glad you pay for it because there are a lot of things I do use that since you
Well,
let me share that little subscription.
so let me explain my beef with Hulu before we move into the
Please,
HBO Max.
please do. Please do.
Hulu followed me on Twitter for like a year, and then out of the blue just unfollowed me. Like, you fucking pussies. I even messaged them. I sent them a DM going, "Hi Hulu," and I never got a message back. So fuck you guys for that, first off. Second off, a week ago, I was talking to someone, and he's like, "Hey, new Rick and Morty season's out. I'm watching it. You should watch it." And I go, "Oh, I haven't watched the past 2 seasons, basically." So I hop on Hulu because one of our old friends who we don't talk to anymore still has not changed his password, and I have access to his Hulu. So I hop on his Hulu, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna watch Rick and Morty tonight. I'll be fine." I click Rick and Morty. You need to buy the premium subscription. Well, fuck. All right, let me pay the $12, whatever it's gonna be, $22.99. And I was like, what? To watch Rick and Morty?
No.
I won't illegally stream it. I'll watch it another way. Um, if you know what I mean. So, fuck Hulu.
Oh, absolutely. Fuck Hulu.
Very bad. HBO Max is like HBO
It's the
Max.
best right now.
They're just doing it so right. You know, they have all their shows on there in 4K basically. Snyder Cut comes out, and they're like, "Hey, you know what? It's on our subscription service. Dune, the new one that's coming out in a month,
Oh yeah.
day one on HBO Max."
Yep.
Suicide Squad, day one on HBO Max. Which, by the way, that movie was really good. Me and my mom watched it. She also liked it a lot.
It was a great movie.
Day one. So who like, and I know a lot of. I'll preface this. I know a lot of actors and directors don't like having their movies put on subscription services right away because it takes away from their money flow.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, and Denis, who's directing Dune, he basically came out and said, if you watch it in a subscription service, you're not watching the movie I made. Like, go watch it in a theater, which I understand. You should watch movies in theaters first.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this is the best thing COVID has given us because I don't have to go to the movie theater for movies I don't want to see in the movie theater. Like Suicide Squad, I wouldn't have saw that in movie theaters ever.
Really?
No, I wouldn't have.
Oh, it was great in theaters, dude. That's fucking nuts.
I wouldn't have saw it in theaters. I'm very particular about what I go and see in theaters. And just because spending $22 is just a lot for me, right? I mean, it's just whatever. Anyways, Disney, on the other hand, basically makes you pay for the movie theater experience at your fucking house. And I don't understand. Like Black Widow, I sat there the one night and I was looking at it, I was like, am I just really going to buy this on Disney Plus? And I went, no. If I'm going to watch this shit movie, I'm going to go watch it in the theaters. And then I went and watched it in the theaters. Could have done the same. Well, no, Shang-Chi is only in theaters, I think. I don't think you have a choice with that one.
Shang-Chi.
Anyways, saw that one. Whatever. Even if it was on Disney Plus, I would still watch it in the theaters. So yeah, HBO Max. All right, it's very good. HBO Max is doing it right with their streaming services. Unlike everyone else, like Netflix was like the mold, and then HBO is like, hold on, we're the mold now. Because HBO adds more shit all the time too than Netflix, which is even crazier to think about.
Yep. By the way, I wanted to make a comment on the Rick and Morty topic.
Rick and Morty.
Because I was never gonna fucking use Hulu to watch it. I would love to if Hulu didn't blow my big fat ball sack, but I can't. That being said, you can watch Rick and Morty on the Cartoon Network website, but you have to connect your TV provider to that, which sucks. However, if you do that, you don't pay anything. If you connect your fucking TV provider or your cable provider or whatever to it, you just have access to it right then and there instantly.
And I'll do that.
But with Hulu, if you like don't do it, you can pay $90 or $80 a month to just have it instead of having it connected.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I pay $90 a month for fucking Hulu.
Yeah, let me just fucking literally, bankrupt myself for Hulu.
Yeah, let me get asked by Hulu.
I hope Hulu goes under. I should say I used to follow pretty closely Hulu's stocks because I was considering buying into it. I'm not because they've been trending not greatly lately.
Yeah, who the fuck has Hulu? Like, I don't even understand.
Hulu, I feel like Hulu used to be good, but then they did something wrong.
They had The Handmaid's Tale, which, by the way, don't care for that show at all. Bad messaging. But, like, that was, like, the only thing I heard people go over there and look at. And then Rick and Morty was the other thing. Because 2 years ago, you could watch Rick and Morty without that stupid-ass premium shit. Now,
I remember that.
That's where they get you. So, yeah, I'll connect my thing to Disney or Cartoon Network or whatever.
Stream it when you do.
Yeah. Moving on. I'll just give you my account details. You can just sign in my Cartoon Network thing. Moving on. I don't think we talked about this. Jared, there's an old game. I don't know if you ever played it. Twisted Metal, the old gaming franchises on PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, and there's a game on PS3. Twisted Metal. It was you have to pick between different characters who had different cars, different abilities. Anyways, very popular like series on PlayStation.
Actually, does sound familiar. Was it on PS2?
Yeah. Twisted Metal Black on PS2. You'll probably recognize the clown. That's like the main character. I forget his name. There is a new game in the works, which we've talked about previously in rumors, but it's getting a TV show. PlayStation is, doing stuff for like The Last of Us is getting its own TV show on HBO. Twisted Metal's also getting its own TV show. And Anthony Mackie has joined to be the lead role in the Twisted Metal show. So Captain America is in a PlayStation Twisted Metal TV show, which is cool, I guess. We'll see. I'm not a huge fan of Twisted Metal. It's not one of like those franchises that near and dear to my heart. I'll probably watch the show to see if it's good or not. The same thing with The Last of Us. I'll watch the show to see if it's good or not. Um,
I've never heard of this game in my life.
okay. Wow. But yeah, Anthony Mackie, he's a great actor, so cool. Moving on to our kind of final thing. Real quick, did I review The Thing on 4K? Did I ever bring that up on the podcast?
I believe so. That does sound familiar. You did. Yeah, because you talked about um there was something you mentioned about it that made me go, "That's interesting. I wouldn't have expected you to say that." I forget what you said though. There was
Huh.
something about the quality of it.
Oh yeah, it looks really good. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
It was
or
probably
something like
this.
that.
I was probably talking about the monster itself and how that it wasn't CGI. It was a fully made monster and how good it looks still to this day.
Yeah.
And I probably reviewed my 007 collection then. All right, whatever. So Nintendo had four. I think they're just it was codes and the Nintendo software, Switch software, where they had like four code names for the consoles that are gonna be coming to the Switch. So those code names were for NES, Super Nintendo, which came right, Super Mario
Mhm.
World, a bunch of those. Now Game Boy is coming to the Nintendo Switch. A lot of the classic Game Boy games. I'm sure the original Pokemons will be on there. Sure Super Mario Land will be on there. Donkey Kong Land, Wario Woods. A bunch of those are apparently coming as well very soon. And then also the rumor and what is being talked about by a lot of the leakers who leaked the Game Boy and Super Nintendo ones is the fourth console they're going to be bringing games from is the Nintendo 64.
Hmm.
So obviously they already did that with the Super Mario All Stars pack, where you had Super Mario 64, Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, which that did very well. But Switch or Nintendo being the people that they are, so for the Game Boy and the Nintendo 64 like games, you have to pay more for Nintendo Switch Online. It is going to be a higher tier premium than what's their base a month? $10? Let's say it's ten
I'm not
dollars.
sure.
Knowing Nintendo, they're probably gonna raise it $5 or another $10. So
That wouldn't surprise me.
you're gonna have to pay more for Nintendo Switch Online, which no one uses, just to be able to play Nintendo 64 games and Game Boy games, unless they let you outright buy them, which they'll probably charge $20 or $10 per game. So whatever. But
I think I think it might be $4.99 is what they charge.
is it
If
$4.99?
you do if you do it monthly, because I've paid $20 for a year to have like when I was doing Pokemon.
All right, that's
So
not too bad then. If they put it to
it was
ten
either 20 or
dollars, whatever.
20 or 30 bucks. I don't remember. But yeah, I feel like it might be $5 or $4.99 a month. I don't remember though. And this was also 2 years ago now, a year ago. So I don't
Okay.
remember.
Um. Well, anyways, they're gonna raise it. That's confirmed. They're raising it because of those.
Yeah.
Is let's see how much Nintendo's. So it's $35 a year. Um, which I mean that's actually not too bad. I mean, considering Xbox was $60 a year, right? Yeah,
For the gold?
yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 month's $3.99. 12 months is $19.99. Or no, that's not. What am I reading? $35, yeah, for 12 months. Anyways, they're gonna raise it. That's all I gotta say. Jared, have you even played a 64?
No.
You know any games on 64?
Mario?
Yeah, duh. All right, cool.
No, I don't
I was
know. I
I thought it'd be cool if we could like go, hey, what's our wish list for this? But I don't have a Switch anymore. You have one. So I'll just name the games for you and I'll go ahead and dispel a few things. Obviously, we're gonna get Super Mario 64 again somehow, whether we're gonna sell it individually or not. We'll get probably Donkey Kong 64 again. We're probably gonna
mhm.
get a Mario Kart or Diddy Kong Racing. Maybe if they care about their Smash fans, they'll put Super Smash Bros. 64 on there. I saw people talking about GoldenEye 64. It will not happen. The licensing's fucked up for that game. That game is never coming back. Get over yourselves. It's not happening. GoldenEye
Yeah.
64 will not be a thing unless somehow Nintendo fixes it. Conker's Bad Fur Day, also a game I don't think will ever be remastered in that sense again. Nintendo didn't like that game when it came out. They don't like it now. Not what they roll with. That game was made to make Nintendo mad. You literally fight a giant shit monster in that game. That's what Rare made. Nintendo hates Rare. It's not being done. Maybe Banjo-Kazooie 64 comes back. That'd be cool. I'd love to see Gauntlet Legends come back on the Nintendo Switch. Great game. I'm sure another great game they could do is Wipeout 64, but I'm pretty sure PlayStation owns that IP now. So they have to get approval from PlayStation. And it'd be cool to get Killer Instinct Gold. Microsoft owns them. Microsoft and Nintendo already work with each other. So it'd be cool for Microsoft to let the Killer Instinct on 64 go to the Switch. It would be cool to get the old Mortal Kombats. Also great games. And I'm sure Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time will be on that bitch as well. They have, those are like the two main games on the 64 besides Super Mario 64. So those have to be on there. But please stop talking about GoldenEye 64. It's just not gonna happen. And Conkers, it's just not gonna happen. Get over yourselves. Sorry to burst your bubble. It's not fucking happening. Yeah, that's my thoughts on the 64 games. There's some other cool games they could add, but they won't, because Nintendo sucks. But
Exactly.
it'd be cool if they did like Clay Fighters, which is like a $600 64 game. Sculptor Sky is what it's called. But no, they probably won't. But yeah, Game Boy, like I said, Donkey Kong Land, Super Mario Land are probably a lock. The original Pokemon games are probably a lock. It'd be cool if they did the Game Boy Advance Pokemon games. That would be worth it. Emerald's on that bitch. I'd love to play Emerald again on a Switch. That'd probably make me like it. Depending on the 64 and Game Boy games, determines if I go get a Switch Lite again.
Yeah, but you don't have it anymore.
Oh no, I sold that shit. I got rid of it immediately. Fuck Nintendo. Pokemon Sword and Shield was ass. But yeah, those are probably the games that'll come out. I don't even know any other big Game Boy games. I'm probably missing. I mean, Tetris might.
Mario Kart.
They didn't have Mario Kart on the original Game Boy.
Oh yeah, Game Boy.
They had Mario Kart Super Circuit on Game Boy Advance.
You think they'll bring back the was the pet game on Game Boy or no? Was that DS?
Well, there's Pets, but Nintendo Dogs was on Nintendo DS.
Nintendo.
God, it's such a stupid game. There's a lot of like, Metroid. I'm sure Metroid will be on there. If they're gonna do Game Boy Advance games, you kind of have to do the Metroid game on there. Zero Mission, I think is what it's called. Yeah, it'd be also cool if they just went ahead and did GameCube games as well. GameCube is the best Nintendo system of all time for me personally. Fucking put Metroid on there, put Luigi's Mansion on there. The best Mario games are on there. The best Mario Party games are on GameCube. But what do I know? I think that's it for like most of those games. So yeah, that's all we got this week. I know I went on a little bit of a rant there, so sorry.
Oh well.
I'm trying to think. Next week, the Death Stranding Director's Cut finally comes out. Yep. We'll have a podcast. We'll record the podcast before I play that. I beat. Did I review Ghost of Tsushima? I don't think I did. I beat. Well, you guys know I beat the game fully, and then I went and played the DLC. That was also pretty decent. It's like 6 hours. Wasn't bad. Wasn't great. But you get it for free on PS5, so whatever. I hear 2K, the new one's really good. So I might pick that up here in a month or two. When it's like $30, I think. I'll probably pick it up then and play it on PlayStation. But yeah, we're still playing Madden. Fantasy's back up, which is like from now until football season ends is like all I fucking care about.
Yep.
We're playing so much Madden, it's insane.
Back in Minecraft.
Yeah, we've been playing a little bit of Minecraft with Chad again. Still playing Call of Duty. We're about to play the Vanguard beta, which we'll talk about.
You're about to play the Vanguard beta. I'm not fucking touching that.
Yeah, I'm about to play the Vanguard beta, so I'll give you my thoughts next week. Maybe we'll have another person on the podcast next week to talk about the beta with me. Since you're not going to play it.
Yeah, fuck that.
I think that's really it. Nothing else. I mean, we got to watch a Marvel movie tomorrow. Um,
Mm, we'd have to watch it tonight.
we'll have to watch a Marvel movie Tuesday. Yeah, that's really it. I think nothing else is really going. There's no big games coming out for another 2 to 3 weeks. Besides Death
Nope.
Stranding, Back for Blood comes out in October, but that game's ass. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, that ends it for this podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll link down those videos down below if you're gonna do the SSD expansion on your PS5.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and make sure like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Please follow us on Spotify. iHeartRadio's also follow on SoundCloud. You can like our page, comment, whatever. Thank you guys for listening. Go listen to John Bellion's new song that just came out. It's really good, and we'll see you guys next week.